The Wisconsin Badgers have clinched at least a share of the Big Ten regular season title after a thrilling win over the Purdue Boilermakers Tuesday night in the Kohl Center. Matt, I got a very simple question for you. Are these Badgers for real? Do you believe in them long-term in the NCAA tournament?
You know what, Scott? They're really giving me a lot of hope. And I'm prepared. I'll just say this. I'm ready to get hurt. I do buy into these Badgers, but you know what? We said it earlier on a simple question where we talked about what conference do we expect the national title winner to come out of. I said the SEC because the Big Ten once again feels like it's going to be a team or a conference that loses a lot of their teams within the first or second rounds. But this Badger team, the way that they are finishing, the way that they are playing in big games, first of all, to go into Rutgers, a place that has been extremely hard to win at. And after they had lost to Rutgers at the Kohl Center, they go into Rutgers, they win that game to kind of take the lead, and then they host Purdue at home in one of the biggest games of the season for this Badgers team. And everybody steps up. And that's what gives me a lot of hope. Yeah. It's not that you have Johnny Davis, who's a bona fide star, a bona fide Big Ten player of the year, should probably be national player of the year as well, or even Brad Davison, a vet, a savvy vet, a Big Ten guy that knows how to play in big games, can make big shots, is going to give you something both on the offensive and defensive side. It's the other guys that have stepped up. Chucky Hepburn has just been electric. And then Tyler Wall has just been so great at creating his own shot to the point where if the Badgers are struggling to have some offense, just dump it down to Tyler Wall. He's going to make a post move. He's either going to make a hook shot or he's going to dish it because he's a great distributor as well. Yeah. So this is a team that now has 4 guys in their starting lineup that are just electric, can create their own shots, and are not going to shy away from the big moment. And that's what really gives me a lot of confidence. Tuesday night against Purdue, when Purdue started to come back and Jaden Ivey started to take over the game, they could have shied away. They could have not stepped up for the moment, but they didn't shy away. They made big shot after big shot, and this Badgers team is looking exciting before March.
Sounds like we're both believers, huh? Sounds like we're both believers.
Hey, we can both get hurt too. Let's do it.
We'll do it. Hopefully, we can avoid some heartbreak. But I agree. I believe the Badgers are a legitimate tournament team. They now have wins twice over Purdue, over Michigan State, over Ohio State. And now, with the win over Tuesday night, the Badgers are 15-1 this season in games decided by 6 points or less, which tells me this team plays well in close games, which there are likely to be in the NCAA tournament. They have a star, like you mentioned, in Johnny Davis, who's averaging 20 points per game, 8 rebounds a game, 2 assists per game. I talked about it earlier this year that he was a bona fide Big Ten player of the year, perhaps the national player of the year, and he's going to be in those conversations. But he plays on both ends of the floor. He can create his own shot. He closes games. And now, like you mentioned, the Badgers have a legitimate starting 5 with Hepburn playing better basketball, with Crowd playing better basketball. You have Johnny Davis matched with those guys. You have veteran leadership in Brad Davison. They're well coached by Greg Gard. So this is a team that has it all. Again, when you have a national player of the year in Johnny Davis who's surrounded by those pieces, you have a chance to make a deep run. So that's what the Badgers are. That's how I see the Badgers. I expect them to at least make an Elite 8. We'll see how far they can get past that, but you got to be excited if you're in Madison right now.
You absolutely do, and to your point, I love that you brought up Greg Gard because Gard is such a big part of this. Yeah. The coach is always so important in college basketball in particular. Sure. And everybody, I think, forgets that this was a Badgers team that nobody expected anything out of. This was a young team. It felt like it was going to be a rebuilding year when they lost all of those seniors from last year. Right. And they have just completely surprised everyone and shocked everyone. Gard is an amazing coach. He should probably be a Big Ten Coach of the Year as well.
Will be.
So you have a lineup now that should have the Big Ten Freshman of the Year in Chucky Hepburn. You have Big Ten Player of the Year in Johnny Davis, and you have Big Ten Coach of the Year in Greg Gard. What can't they do?
Yeah. 100%. We can't wait to see how this one plays out. We can't wait for March Madness to get started. That's going to do it for us. For Scott Procter and Matt Morris, we'll catch you on tomorrow's episode of Simple Questions.